I'm Kathy. Welcome to my channel. And today we have a special guest. Hi, Violet. How are you? Violet is expecting. She is 29 weeks pregnant, and she's here to model and demonstrate for us. This video is specifically on wrist issues, which happens a lot in pregnancy, carpal tunnel syndrome. And what ends up happening is there's a limited range of motion in the shoulders that can affect the wrist. I know I had it for myself, and the practice I'm offering today is what I did for myself to help with the wrist pain. So how was it for you?
You notice a huge difference. And you know what I noticed more than ever, which I didn't talk to you about, is I can't open anything. I can't open jars. I can't open anything. I can't open bags. I give up. It's over. It just doesn't work anymore. It's just not happening. So I don't know if like my coordination too is getting messed with a little bit with that. But yeah, being on the wrists or just making like extra movements with the hands, it gets a little painful, a little sore. Yes. Achy.
It is achy and it's uncomfortable. So these exercises that we're going to do today are going to help with bringing some more attention to that area, some more stretching and mobility, and also for shoulder mobility as well. So hopefully to alleviate some of that discomfort. All right? Okay. Optional today, a blanket, if you'd like to sit on a blanket. I think I should put that for all the videos. Get a blanket. I'm always sitting on something. You can sit on a pillow too. All right. And then once you find that comfortable place to sit, extend the arms out. Fingertips on the mat. And feel wide and broad through your chest. Close the eyes and deepen the breath. Notice and sense how you feel around the wrists, around your body. And take another deep breath again. If the eyes are closed, gently open them. And make fists, gentle fists with the hands. Press your fingertips down, press your knuckles down. So it's almost like you're flexing into the hands a little bit. Or not flexing, but extending into the hands a bit. And you could feel a stretch through the top of the wrist there. Good. And now do the opposite way. Now flex into it. Feel the bottom of the wrist point down to the floor. And now make gentle circles with the wrist. Add some lubrication in there. Good. And then slowly come up. Rotate the wrist. Bring the hands above the head. Take time as you extend the arms. Isolate through the wrists. And now extend the fingertips up to the ceiling. Open the hands. Come back to that gentle fist and rotate in the opposite direction. And bring the hands down towards the floor. You're continuing to circle and rotate. Arms long. And then once you come closer to the floor space, extend through the fingertips, touch the fingertips on the mat. Now take the hands behind you to open in the shoulders and bring the hands together, palms together, interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Rest the clasped hands, rest them on the lower spine and rotate the shoulders behind. Lift the chest slightly, chin up slightly as well. This is a good shoulder stretch. Now, if you'd like a little more, you can take the hands away from the body. That does intensify, so if that doesn't work, come back, return the hands to the lower back, but keep a slight bend in the elbows. Yeah, I appreciate you turning there. That's a good view right there. Now, the slight bend in the elbows expands the chest, and the tops of the shoulders, the shoulder heads, the front of the shoulders, helps to open them as well. Breathe into the front of the body. And let go of any clenching or gripping around the shoulder joints. Stay for another breath. Now release the hands Extend the arms. And bring the hands forward onto the thighs again. Deepen your breath to notice and observe sensation. Now come forward onto hands and knees, into a tabletop position. You can use your blanket under the knees as well for some padding, some extra support. And then bring the wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and tops of the feet on the mat. Look at your wrist here. Sometimes this is not, this is a little unclear for everybody's a little bit different, but the wrist should be parallel to the front edge of the mat. For that to happen on my body, I have to turn out my hands a little bit. I'm not sure for you, Violet, how that works. Yeah, do you have to turn out a little bit as well?
Not so much.
Not so much? Yeah, it's different for every person, but that does help to create some stability in the wrist too. Rock back and forth, forward towards the fingertips and then back to the heels to start to warm up the wrist as well. Now we've done some movement there already with the circles, but this is a different action, a different movement. If it feels better to hold steady, or you can continue to explore the feelings as you move back and forth. Now come into stillness. Take the fingertips out to the edges of the mat so that your wrists are pointing to one another and they're facing one another. So the wrists are out, wrists are facing one another. And again, do the back and forth motion. And this time, if you'd like to check out some new feelings, come over to the right and left side. So that's another way to explore through that area. And a lot of this is like investigating, just, all right, where is the sensation? Where does it feel better? Maybe you found a really good spot and you want to hold it there. Continue to breathe slowly, especially if you're feeling any tightness or soreness. Breathe into those spots. And now bring the fingertips to face the body. So how is that working for you?
One side is really tender.
One side is not cooperating. Now, if that happens, I'm glad you brought that up. You can release that hand and maybe take it forward and not involve that side right now. You don't have to force it. But as you extend back to the heels, you'll notice this is a really deep stretch. When the fingertips are facing the body, this one is deep. So that's an option. But if that's not working today, you can come back to fingertips to the side or even fingertips forward. One more breath on this one. And then come back so that the shoulders are over the wrist. Gently release, fingertips forward. And now turn the fingertips to face each other. So this is the last one, I promise. Hands and knees. I know this can be a lot. So as the fingertips face one another, rock back and forth or rock side to side. Option to hold still as well. Maybe the right side needs more attention or the left side. Expand your breath. And slowly release. Now take the fingertips right where we started. Bring the knees a little closer together and walk back to the knees. That's a lot of work there for the wrist. I'm sure you're feeling it right now. Knees together, feet together, heels together. And rest for a moment to observe, process that sensation happening in the hands and in the wrists. Now, clasp the hands together just like you did behind the spine, but this time do it in front of the belly. Palms together, interlaced fingers, and make a figure 8 with the wrist. So this is a fluid motion, kind of like what we did at the beginning. with rotating the wrist, but the wrists are working together, drawing the shape of a number 8. It's a little bit of coordination exercise. Pat your head, pat your belly. Now, this is the real tricky part because I have a hard time with this one. Reverse. I had a hard time with that too. Reverse the figure 8. Yeah.
I'm getting graded on this, right?
All right. And release. Come to stillness. Release the hands. Place them back on the thighs. And again, take a moment to feel. You might even feel a little tingly in that area. Some extra energy and blood flow. Now return to your seat. You can sit on the blanket or straight on the mat. And bring the hands to heart to close the practice. I hope that these stretches that I've offered help you. I know that that's what I've used. I'm offering what worked for me, and I hope that it helps you in some way, especially if you're having any wrist pain. But thank you for joining me, Violet. Thank you for sharing your experience as well. And I appreciate you all joining us today. Namaste.